It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended. After a half century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
The Milwaukee Bucks in 2013 were coming off a season where they went 38-44 and got swept in the first round by the Miami Heat. Led by point guard Monte Ellis, who averaged 19 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists, the Bucks would get awarded the 15th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. They would end up drafting Giannis Antetokounmpo from Greece. Coming into the draft, Giannis was a skinny guy who was 6'9", and people did not like this pick at all. The Bucks had lost Monte Ellis, and this is what their roster looked like. It was horrible. The Bucks finished the season with a 15-67 record, which was the worst in the league. They had the worst defense in the whole NBA. Giannis in the season averaged 6.8 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.7 assists. The Bucks would hope for a bounce-back season as they went into the 2014 season. With the second pick in the 2014 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks drafted Jabari Parker, a 6'8" forward that was ready to try and help his team shine. The Bucks also got a new head coach in Jason Kidd. They were going into the 2014 to 2015 season with confidence. The Bucks certainly had to bounce back because they won 26 more games in this season, going 41-41, getting the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. Giannis averaged 13 points and 7 rebounds and only missed 2 games in the season. Jabari Parker only played 25 games due to injury, but when he played, he averaged 12-5. But the best player on the team was Chris Middleton, averaging 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. This Bucks team was an exciting young team to watch, and they would go into the 2015 playoffs with confidence. In the first round, they met the Derrick Rose Chicago Bulls. They would end up losing in 6 games. Giannis averaged 11-7, but it wasn't enough, so they would go into the 2015 offseason looking to make some new moves. In the 2015 NBA draft, the Bucks would get a steal in the second round, drafting Norman Powell, a shifty guard who was ready to suit up and help his team. They also re-signed Chris Middleton and signed Greg Moore and Copeland from free agency. The Bucks had their offseason. Now they wanted to be a threat in the Eastern Conference. That didn't happen at all. The Bucks went 33-49 and got the 12th seed, not the season they were hoping for. Giannis did take a huge leap, averaging 17-8-4, but it wasn't enough. Chris Middleton couldn't help, averaging 18-4-4. So this wasn't the season Milwaukee was hoping for at all. They would go into the 2016 offseason with disappointment. Over the offseason, the Bucks drafted Malcolm Brogdon, traded for Matthew Dellavedova, drafted Thon Maker, and signed Jason Terry. They added everything they could to this roster in hopes of making a playoff push and now sitting in the bottom of a conference like the year before. The Bucks were able to bounce back, winning 42 games and having a record of 42-40 and securing the 6th seed. Malcolm Brogdon won Rookie of the Year. Giannis took a leap to the All-NBA team type level, averaging 23 a game on 9 rebounds and 5 assists. Chris Middleton was injured for most of the season, playing 29 games and only averaged 14, but the Bucks would go into the 2017 playoffs hungry. They would have another first-round exit, this time to the DeMar DeRozan Kyle Lowry Raptors. They pushed the 3rd-seeded Raptors to 6th, but it wasn't enough. The Bucks didn't really make any offseason moves, which surprised most, and headed into the 2017 to 2018 season with virtually the same team. The Milwaukee Bucks won 44 games, good enough for the 7th seed. Giannis had taken a leap to an MVP caliber player, averaging 27 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in just 75 games. Middleton averaged 20 and played all 82 games. They were looking ready to upset the 2nd-seeded Celtics, who were missing Kyrie Irving, which they almost did. The Celtics went up 2-0 in the series, but the Bucks came back and won 2 of their own. They pushed it to 7 games and almost won. The Celtics had way too many stars on their team and the Bucks couldn't stop it. The Bucks opened up the offseason by firing Jason Kidd and hired new head coach Mike Budenholzer. Budenholzer, the season prior, was coaching the Hawks and was ready to do something special in Milwaukee. The 2018 offseason was a big one for the Bucks. They drafted Dante DiVincenzo, signed Pat Cunningham and Brook Lopez, signed Christian Wood, and got Jalen Morris. This new-look Bucks team was ready to try to get a top 4 seed. The Bucks by far exceeded those goals by winning 60 games in the regular season. which was the best record in the league. Giannis won the MVP award, averaging 28 points per game, 12 rebounds per game, and 6 assists per game, all career highs. Giannis was now a certified superstar, and the Bucks were going into the playoffs looking for a finals run. The 2019 playoffs erupted with the Bucks sweeping the Pistons with ease. In the second round came the Celtics that sent them home last year, but Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward were at full strength. It looked like it would be a hard series after Game 1 where they lost, but the Celtics had chemistry issues and the Bucks won the next 4 to beat them in 5. The Milwaukee Bucks were going to the Eastern Conference Finals to play the Toronto Raptors, where Kawhi Leonard was playing like a god. The Bucks won the first 2 games by a combined 30 points. This 2-0 series lead looked like it would end in 4 or 5 game gentleman sweep, but the Raptors fought. Kawhi took over the rest of the series, and the Raptors won over the Bucks in 6 games to go to the NBA Finals. Giannis averaged 25, 12, and 5 in the playoffs. The Bucks opened up the offseason by re-signing George Hill and Brook Lopez. They also got Wesley Matthews, Giannis' brother Thanasis, Kyle Korver, and Robin Lopez. They would lose Malcolm Brogdon though, but the Bucks were ready to try and make another deep playoff run. In the shortened 2019 to 2020 season due to COVID, the Bucks got the first seed once again, winning 56 games and only losing 17. Giannis won his second straight MVP and his first Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 29 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, and 6 assists. Chris Middleton averaged 21 a game, and the Bucks headed into the playoffs. But wait, they were not at full strength because Giannis got injured. The Bucks were able to get past the 8th-seeded Orlando Magic in the first round, but proceeded to get swept by the Heat, and that was the end of their season. Over the offseason, the Bucks acquired Jrue Holiday from the New Orleans Pelicans, who was a great defender and shooter. This was their key move over the offseason, and they went into the next season wanting to capture the title. In another shortened season with 72 games, the Bucks won 46-26, capturing the 3rd seed. Giannis continued his impressive play, and so did Middleton. Holiday fit well with them, but they just wanted to win a title. They did not care about the regular season. The Bucks got revenge on the Heat, beating them in 4 games. In the next round, they would face a super team of James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant. The Nets suffered many injuries in the series, and if they haven't, they probably would have won, but the Bucks got it done in 7. In the conference finals, they got past Trae Young and the Hawks in 6 games, and it was time for the NBA Finals they had been waiting for. In Game 1 of the Finals, they lost to the Suns in Phoenix. Jrue Holiday was playing excellent defense, but DeAndre Ayton stepped up. Game 2 was another L when they were heading into Milwaukee with a needed win. The Bucks got it done in Game 3. Giannis had 41 and Chris Middleton had 18. Holiday continued his impressive play, and they would go into Game 4 with confidence. Game 4 was another W for the Bucks, and the series was tied at 2 apiece. This time, Chris Middleton went out for 40 points. Then in Game 5, with the game really close near the end, Holiday got a clutch deal on Devin Booker to take a 3-2 lead. In Game 6, the Bucks slowly got the lead, and then from there, time expired and the buzzer sounded. The Milwaukee Bucks had won the 2021 NBA Championship. Giannis won the Finals MVP award, and that was a great story for the Bucks. Last year in the 2022 season, the Bucks won 51-31 and lost to the Boston Celtics in the second round without Chris Middleton. Currently, the Bucks hold a 16-game win streak and have the best record in the NBA with a record of 45-17 as of a recording. They're looking to go on another championship run, but until then, I'll see you next time.